You can have the best resume in the world and still find yourself out of a job. Because the truth is, resumes don't keep you safe. Influence does. Influence is what makes you the person people keep, consult, and recommend, even when companies are cutting back. It's not about being louder. It's about being clearer, calmer, and more visible for the right reasons. And I did say the right reasons. So before we dive in, grab a pen and a piece of paper. Here's why. When you write things down by hand, your brain processes them differently. And you know I'm your brain's BFF, so I'm going to make sure your brain's taken care of. You'll capture insights you'd miss if you were just nodding along, so you need the pen and the paper. You aren't here for inspiration. You are here for traction. And notes turn ideas into action. So, have that piece of paper and that pen handy? Because we're going to get going now. Write this at the top of the page. A resume gets me in the door. Influence keeps me in the room. I actually would argue that the resume often doesn't even get you in the door, but if it does do anything, it might get you in the door. Influence keeps you in the room. That's the shift. Layoffs and reorganizations are part of today's landscape, even for high performers. So the goal isn't just to be employed, it's to be indispensable. So I want you to take a second and jot down what makes people trust me and what makes people come to me for clarity or perspective. I know what my answers are. Do you know yours? Write them down. Then drop one word from your notes in the chat or comments, something that captures your kind of influence. Share it with me in the comments or drop it in my DM chats. Now, I want to clarify that influence isn't about being the loudest voice. It's about being the most aligned voice. It's built on three things. Clarity, and which is an overused word these days, but it is the most common word used by clients and just even people who aren't clients yet who talk to me. The word they use for a conversation with me is clarity. So I'm going to keep using it even if it's a little overused these days. So being the most aligned voice is built on three things, and the first is clarity. You know what you stand for and what you bring. The second is consistency. You show up that way even when things shift. And the third is connection. You make people's work and decisions easier because of your presence. So write those three words down: clarity, consistency, connection. Circle the one you want to strengthen this quarter. Yeah, like the one that just started. Yeah, this quarter. Then share that word in the comments. I want to see what's resonating. And if you're one of those people who are like, no, I'm not doing this publicly in the comments, great. Then DM me. Totally fine. I want you to tell me. Now, layoff proofing your career is not about fear. And I know there's a lot of fear going around, but layoff proofing your career is not about fear. It's about ownership. You can't control the market, but you can control your message, your mindset, and your momentum. So on that paper, I want you to draw two columns. The first column is what drains me professionally right now. And the second is what energizes me. Where do I feel most effective? I want you to look at those two lists. Go ahead and get that done, and then look at those two lists. Influence lives on the energizing side. That's where you lead, not just perform. Got an aha from that? I want you to let me know in the comments or in my DMs. What's your quick takeaway about where you lead, not just perform, on that energizing side? So that's just a taste. of what we do in my world. We're looking at the long game and we're saying, what can I control when layoffs are looming? And what do I do to make that happen? Now, if this sparks something for you, here are 3 simple next steps. First of all, be a good human. For the love, please be a good human. When you know what that means right now, share this training with someone who needs it. You never know who's quietly struggling with the uncertainty you've just learned to navigate. So share this training with someone who needs it. And if you'd like a free taste of clarity and calm, I have this newsletter I call Cocktails and Clarity. It's weekly fuel for fast minds. Practical strategy, mindset tools, and calm for people who think fast and care deeply. If that's you, you're one of my people. And then, last but not least, you could get on a clarity call with me. We already talked about the fact that that's what people call them. I used to call them Wendy Wisdom, and people are like, no, it's a clarity call. That's what happens. I walk away from talking with you with clarity and calm, Wendy. That's what we get when we talk to you. So if you're ready to stop reacting and start building your long game, let's map your next move together. Let me know. Send me a DM. I'll get you the link. Now, I want to tell you, you can't layoff proof your company, but you can layoff proof your career by leading with clarity, calm, and influence that lasts. Thanks for spending this time with me. Now, go turn those notes of yours into momentum.